Hi Libra, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope you are well. I want to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Libra. So guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember also that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating, Libra, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that is not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Libra? Libra. Thank you. All right, Libra, you're starting out with the Seven of Wands. You have the Three of Wands in the reverse. And you have the Four of Pentacles. All right, so Libra, I feel like you have a lot of obstacles in your life right now. You could have a lot of people that are making demands on you. You feel like you have to defend your position here. And there's something that you've been waiting for. It is coming in. You had to fight for whatever this is, though. And I do feel like whatever this is, it's with this Three of Wands in reverse, that wait is now over. You really were persistent in whatever this is. And I feel like you put in the work. You've been holding on. You've been fighting for whatever this is. And I do feel like, it's coming in. Now, that being said, your struggle is not over. You're still in this position where, you are having to defend your position here. And I do feel like you're a bit defensive. So let me see who is in your energy. You're a little guarded, and I don't blame you. Show me who is in Libra's energy. Show me who is in Libra's energy. It's too many. Try that again. Show me who is in Libra's energy. All right, we have the Four of Swords. We have the Six of Swords in the reverse. And the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's stubborn. That's who I'm seeing. Somebody in your energy that you're not currently talking with. This person may have ghosted you. This is somebody who is in a very stubborn energy, particularly about communication. I do feel like this is somebody that does want to resolve problems with you. They actually do. You're kind of defensive. You have a wall built up around this person. There was some kind of chaos between the two of you, and they want to move on from it. They want to bring things to a better resolution, to resolve the problems, but they're sitting over here in a very stubborn energy. And it has to do with communication. Like, they don't want to be the one to reach out. Let me see. And you're defensive with them too. I'm also going to say that you are like standing your ground with this person. You're like, and it's almost this energy of other people having said, I told you so. And you're like, no, it's not how you think. So let me see the energy between Libra and this person. See, their inability to move forward, to bring this to a more peaceful place is what is causing, it's what's causing the chaos. All right, so Page of Wands in the reverse. And the Hierophant in the reverse. All right, so the energy between the two of you, I can see that there's been an ending. I can see that at the ending between you and this person, I feel like you pulled back a little bit. You're very defensive with them. You may have had somebody new in your energy. Maybe it didn't work out with that person, or you could just be looking for somebody new. Your energy is telling me that you have a wall built up around you with this person. You're very defensive. And so you could be searching for somebody new. This person in your energy wants to work things out, but they're in this very stuck energy where they're unable to let themselves contact you to let themselves come forward in order to bring peace to the situation. So they're literally just sitting in silence and chaos. You could be dealing with a Taurus, but this person, I feel like you had to pull back from them. I feel like there's no communication here on either side. And it's an energy where you may be looking for someone new. You may not have found that person just yet. But this person, I'll tell you too, this person tries to appear to be someone who is ever so wise. They use silence to make themselves appear to be a very wise, to differentiate themselves in some way. But the truth of it is that they're stubborn. It's stubborn. They could be experiencing some kind of a crisis of faith in some manner as well. And this would have occurred after the two of you stopped talking. Let me see what's affecting this connection. I feel like you defended this person for quite some time. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so that's looking at everything, looking at all of the entire situation, examining it. I feel like you're tired of waiting for this person, Libra. I feel like you're going to put the work towards moving forward, towards, possibly opening yourself up to new situations. But this person wants to put effort into the connection. However, they're stuck. They're stuck in this energy where they can't come out of it. And really, truly, it looks like all they need to do is reach out and at least put some effort in. Show me the outcome for Libra. Show me the outcome for Libra. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So it's still some stuck energy here. And you're both kind of examining the situation, looking at it, but you're tired of dealing with this person. And I feel like you've built this wall around your heart here. You're kind of carrying a grudge over something that was said, because I feel like you defended this person a great deal with other people. And they just kept you waiting and waiting and waiting. And so I do feel like you've kind of built up like a little bit of a grudge towards them. Now, they do want to resolve things with you, but they're not moving towards you. They're just sitting here looking at everything. And so this Wheel of Fortune is not moving forward. And in fact, you both feel ensnared by the situation. So bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. And that is very painful energy. That's the energy of heartbreak. So I feel like this person broke your heart. And you've kind of had to stitch yourself back together, but there's still pain here. There's still heartbreak here. There's something to do with fall or winter time frame. So let's clarify. Spirit wise, the Seven of Wands here for Libra. I feel like you're firm in your position of not reaching out to this person. Yeah, Justice. Hello, Libra. And the Five of Wands. So there was conflict between the two of you, and you're not going to reach out to this person. You're very defensive with them. You're not currently talking to them. I feel like you're asking for justice in the situation. Now, some of you could have some sort of a legal issue with this person as well that is ongoing, a legal fight. But for most of you, it looks like this is more about you asking for karmic justice. There was conflict that preceded the two of you not speaking. And I don't feel like you're budging. Why is the Three of Wands in reverse? All right, we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, you felt like you had no choice but to stop waiting around for this person and to move in another direction. And so I feel like, and I do feel like you really looked at it. So the effort that you're putting in is in towards moving forward towards someone new, because you felt trapped. You felt trapped. There was also a sense here that you didn't know everything that was going on. There was a lot of anxiety before you made this decision. And again, I'm getting something to do with fall, possibly winter time frame. So you made this decision, but it caused a lot of anxiety. And that decision was that you're no longer going to wait for this person. And so I do feel like you're putting effort, but it's towards moving in another direction. Show me the Four of Pentacles. Show me the Four of Pentacles for Libra. Temperance and the Four of Wands reverse. You're healing. Yeah, you're healing. So you're very guarded with this person. I can see the ending. There's an energy of you saying there's no stability in this. In order to bring balance into my life, I have to heal my own energy. I have to move in another direction. I'm not waiting around for you anymore, especially because of the conflict that occurred and the fact that the two of us are not speaking. And you are kind of carrying a little bit of a grudge here. You're trying to balance that out. And I do feel like emotionally you're far more balanced than you've been in the past, especially after this ended. So let's look at this person's energy. Spirit, why is the Four of Swords here? Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups. Yeah, this person may have been in and out of your life in the best case scenario. In the worst case scenario, this person is a player. There's a lot of inconsistency in their energy, especially with regard to communication. So this person may come rushing in, they talk to you, they show some genuine emotion, and then all of a sudden they just shut down. This is also somebody who could be trying to make a decision while they're over here being silent about ending something elsewhere, because the Page of Cups is new energy. And so I do feel like that was what the conflict had to do with. There's something to do with a conflict about ending something, and it would be on their side in order for this energy to come in a new and clean manner. So, yeah, and they could be going through an ending for some of you that you're unaware of. I feel like this person, if they are involved elsewhere, they would choose you over that other connection. But they're feeling stuck somehow. Let me see the Six of Swords in the reverse. They're in chaos, but they can't seem to move out of it. They want to. Six of Swords. And it's in the upright, clarifying, and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. This person, if they're involved elsewhere, they know they cannot come towards you if they are still in another connection. I do feel like this person does love you. They have deep, deep feelings for you, but they're feeling stuck in another connection, and they know that they have to stay to themselves. They're keeping to themselves. And I do also feel like they feel stuck in a relationship where they're not feeling the love. It's like they have love for somebody, but they are not committed to that person, and they are not in love. Whereas with you, there was this hope of something new, but they know that there's not going to be anything with you unless they end that. And they can't come towards you until something else has ended. They want to do that because whatever this other connection is chaotic. This is what the two of you may have argued about. This is what you're expecting to end in order for this to heal. But you're guarded and you're saying, I don't think that's going to happen. So let me look at this bottom energy, because I can see even though they're not currently moving towards you, they want to. This is somebody that's keeping their feelings, on the down low. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups reversed, and we have the Eight of Wands reversed. So, yeah, they're basically saying, I want to resolve this, but I can't. I cannot leave where I'm at right now. And so they're blocking, it's whatever they're going through is blocking the ability to resolve the problems. They could live at a distance as well. This person is going to be coming back into your life. I feel like they may have walked away from this connection, but and they know that this is not going to move forward until they resolve the problems that's going on in their life. So, yeah. So they can't come back towards you until they resolve what's taking place. And what's taking place is that they feel stuck in a connection that they're unhappy in. So let me see. Show me what's the energy between Libra and this person. You might be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Show me the energy. A Taurus is here. Energy between. All right, so we have the Three of Cups. Yeah, you're dating. Ace of Wands. Page of Swords. All right, so the energy between the two of you, you both want this connection. Ace of Wands, you both want it. This was a very passionate connection, and you both want that passion back. You would like to reconnect with this person, reunite with them. That being said, you're standing your ground on the decision that you made because you feel that you are right in this. And I do feel like a lot of you could be dating or going out with close friends or family, and you have made the decision not to wait for this person anymore. You've made the decision that you're going to, invest your time and your energy into meeting someone new. And you're actively looking for that. I do feel like if you could resolve the conflict that's here, you would, but you're not. There's this energy of you saying, no, I was right about the decision I made. I didn't make that decision lightly. And so therefore, I have to move on. Now, this person that's in your energy, they watch you. This person, Page of Swords, that's a spying card. This person keeps up with you. I don't know if it's through social media, or if you have, friends that are, mutual. I don't know, but they definitely watch you. And they're staying just as silent. There's an energy of isolation. But they want to come in. And they do have feelings for you. They want this connection between you and them. They have not forgotten the passion that's there. The problem is that this person has been in and out of your life in some manner. And I don't know if they're just realizing that they really have more than passion, that they also have, that they also have feelings for you. They're checking to see, are you involved in another connection? Are you dating? Are you going out? Let me see the Eight of Pentacles. They definitely are watching you. And be careful, because whoever they're involved with could also be watching you silently as well. All right, we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. We have the Fool in reverse. So what's affecting the connection? Well, you've chosen to move forward. You've chosen to begin looking for new love. You may not have found that just yet. You still do think about this person quite a bit. And I do feel like you're really kind of looking at the whole picture, everything that has occurred between you and this person. I feel like this person may have offered you less than what you felt you were worth. And I feel like for a long time, you probably either didn't see it or didn't want to acknowledge it. And then at some point you were like, oh my God, I just can't do this anymore. And so I don't see you, talking to this person. I definitely don't see you contacting them. They're aware that they cannot come towards you for this new beginning unless they are able to move on from whatever this chaotic situation is that they're involved in. They're not happy in it, I will tell you that. They don't like it at all. They are very fearful that you've moved on from them. That's why they watch you. They watch to see if you're involved elsewhere. They have feelings for you that they keep under wraps, but they definitely want to move forward, but they feel stuck. They feel like they can't. And when they move forward, they want to move forward with you. So, yeah, this person feels like you are their soulmate. Let me see the bottom energy. You might be dealing with a Pisces. Very strong Pisces. Show me the outcome for Libra. Gemini energy is here. And Gemini had like the most dark reading. So if you are involved with Gemini, go and listen to that because it was a very dark reading. All right, so we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. We have the Empress in the reverse, and we have the Death card in reverse. Yeah, you feel this person disrespected you. You feel this person disrespected you, especially if they are involved elsewhere. And you feel like it's not going to grow because the two of you are not on the same page. I see the ending here. I don't see that shifting, at least by the end of this week. This has been extremely painful for you. And I feel like you're just not going to give your attention to this. You're not going to pour into it. There's this energy here, Libra, of you saying, I have to heal myself because, and I have to put this wall up around my heart because this person did not see me. They did not respect me. They did not nurture who I am. And so this is never going to grow. This connection may have even caused you to question your self-worth at some point. I do feel like you're healing from that. You're balancing out your feelings and your emotions, but you are definitely not going to lean into whatever this person had offered you in the past, which you felt was way less than what you deserved. It does appear that this person could be involved elsewhere and they feel stuck in that connection, but they also feel that the two of you are soulmates and they feel like things are not over between the two of you. They want to resolve the problems, but they know that anything between the two of you is blocked until they resolve whatever is going on over here. They can't come towards you with all this chaos. Their biggest fear is that you are, moving on, that you may find someone else. And they do definitely keep an eye on you, and they don't feel like things are completely over between the two of you. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So that's underlying energy, and it tells me that you were very unhappy in this situation. So, I fully get why you're deciding to move forward, and I fully get why you're now dating or going out, or at least opening yourself up to other opportunities. Let me pull an oracle card, Libra, and see if we can get any more information. Pulling for Libra. All right, so we have slow and steady, all right? And it did come out in the reverse. I read reversals in this particular deck, so I'm going to read that in the reverse. All right, it says, pushing things forward impulsively will not only prevent success, but potentially cause more trouble than you're prepared to handle. Moving too quickly will only yield unripe fruit with a bitter taste. Slow down, breathe, meditate. You're not a human doing, you're a human being, so just be. Everything will work out if you can apply the brakes and become more aware of what's happening in this moment. A calm focus on the now, breathing in the beauty of your surroundings will restore your power to consciously co-create your world. All fruits ripen in their own time. So yeah, this is not moving forward because there could be divine timing at play here. If this person truly is a soulmate. Now, that being said, you're also kind of putting the brakes on, you're slowing down, and I do feel like, you learned a lot of lessons from this connection, and you're not going to repeat them if you do decide to move on with someone else. So, just slow your roll and see what happens, Libra, but stay in the now. All right, I hope that this has been helpful. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Libra, know that you are loved, and namaste.